fishing day 2, trip day 3. Last night was absolutely gorgeous. There was clear skies all night. Wind picked up a little bit, but not too much. Woke up to blue skies and sun this morning. We'll see how today goes. Jason's wading boots split on him yesterday, so half the sole on one of the boots has now come off. We'll see how long that lasts. We've been there before, but first day to be out here. Alright, so we've managed to push our way up, back up here to Three Forks. So yesterday, we went up the left, which we're calling Tuesday. Today, we're heading up Wednesday here. It's hilarious. Looking at it right here, doesn't look like it's even possible to fish. But we guarantee it's possible. Although I've been here, these views are old. It's just beautiful pool after pool. Jason literally just threw in a pool, first cast, and had one. I'm not sure how much I'm going to get to record. There's another one that's going flying. Battery is about dead on the camera. And I forgot to bring my spare batteries with us on the fish. They're down at camp, but we'll go till it dies. Beautiful little spot right here. So, that same creek that we had to cross to come in is now down to this. Much more manageable. But I thought I would give you guys a quick glimpse of campsite 30. So basically, you come across right there, and then you gotta climb up this. Oh, and then once you get up that, this is the middle camp. This is where we're staying. It's the most open, got kind of the best little spots for your tents and all that. On the website, on their backcountry reservation site, it says that you should be able to have 12 people in campsite 30. So this place has 3 camps. Got a lower, the middle, and the upper. We'll walk down and show you the lower real quick. And then, before I go down there, so like I said before, you gotta cross the creek right there. And it goes and it turns wraps around, and then you can see the clearing, and you've got about 2 miles of trail that look like that. But then if you come down below 30, this is your access, which has been grown over quite a bit since last time we were here. We were here 4 years ago. Okay, now you're at the lower 30. As you can see, it's a much smaller site. We've stayed here, well, we stayed here once, right? It's an okay site, except for that pad for your tent. If it rains, you're getting wet. And everything up here, you got rocks everywhere. But if there are a bunch of people up at the other two sites, this one is probably the most secluded. We got lucky this week. I think everybody got scared off with the 50 and 60% chance of rain every day. And on their website, it shows that there is a trail diversion due to a creek. Well, you guys, that was on a previous video. I'll post that before this, and you'll see that trail diversion. It's kind of sketchy. But yeah, just like Jason said, there used to be bear hangers down here. I don't see them anymore. So I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to take care of your pack down here, because as you can see, there are no trees with limbs below about 60 feet that'll support a pack. Alright, we'll walk back up here and we'll go to the upper. A little tidbit for you. These are all rhododendron. These were brought over by the Europeans in like, don't quote me on this one, but I think 1920s to 30s when they were logging this. They were brought over to help with the erosion. Well, they have thrived and they've taken over and they're an invasive species. These are all supposed to be mountain laurel through this area. Our fire that is not doing so well. But you can walk up, and there's another path on that side too that you can get to this upper. And if you look at the ground, you can see all the rocks. This was at one point in time one of the sites they set up when they were logging this. So this had a big machine in here that had steel cables that when they would cut trees up in the hills, they would run lines up, grab them and drag them back down, and then they would dam up the rivers, the creeks, flood the area, float the logs, and then when they had all the logs they were getting, they would blow the dam and send all the logs downhill by water. Here are the bear hangers, and if you look, you got one set, 2, and 3. But the problem is, if you look up, you see the limb that broke off that maple that the bear hangers is attached to, been followed across, it hit the other tree that bear hanger is attached to. Well, that means that only one bear hanger is working right now because you can't hook the other two because it spread the trees apart and the lines aren't long enough. We'll stop into the ranger station and let them know about that when we leave. But here is a path up to the upper site. As you can tell, this site is pretty overgrown. I'm going to guess that that stream diversion has scared a bunch of people off. Now this site, as you see, has a lot of grass. So there's a few spots to put tents. There are still lots of big rocks in the way. It's got a nice fire ring though. And then they've got their own bear hangers here, which the lower section is supposed to have their own too. So it's 4 people in this camp, 4 in the middle, 4 at the lower. But that's what Campsite 30 in Great Smoky Mountain National Park looks like. A whole bunch of green. I'll probably post this video as just a kind of a short clip, just because I've looked a lot and there are a lot of videos on Campsite 30. There's a few short ones, but it doesn't really show you camps. It's always nice to be able to kind of see a camp that you're going to go to and figure out some things before you come. And then another thing I figured out this year, after many years of doing this, is on the bear hangers, instead of bringing a regular hasp lock, it's always a pain to lock your packs up with that thing because the wires are never very long. I brought a gun lock this time. It's a cable lock. That way you can go around your bear hanger and lock it up, and you got plenty of length. So that's what I brought this year. Works really well, and it's super light. So I always like light when I'm hiking. And then this is the other loop. We just came up that loop. Now we'll go back around this way. You can see where Jason's got his tent. It's a nice little spot. Then we've got our canopy, so if it starts pouring down rain, we can at least take our chairs and sit underneath the canopy. And dry socks and our neoprene wading boots. But yeah, then you got the creek that we crossed to get in, and then right there is the second creek that surrounds this place. So this is an island. There's no way in without crossing water. Which there are no trails on that side of camp. And there's the stream. Like I said, just wanted to give you a quick look at Campsite 30. Maybe go into a little more detail than a couple of the other videos that I've seen. But if you want to get away and have some peace and quiet, this place will do it.